Testing microphone 1, 2. Testing microphone 1, 2. Testing microphone 1, 2. Hey everybody, how's it going? Biff back with you again today. Hope everyone's doing well. It is Wednesday. It is around 10 o'clock on Wednesday morning, and so I am streaming today. My daughter's in school, my wife's at work, and so this is kind of like my gig, if we want to call it that. Oh, I lost a follower. That's too bad. I was at 134, now I'm at I was at 135, now I'm at 134. Just noticed that. But anyways, welcome. Got my coffee, got some Belvita here somewhere, and we're going to play some FM26. I do need to move a couple of things around. Need to pop this out of here. Make sure that this is set up right. We did start a Chelsea save in FM26. It is the Wednesday edition of the stream. I do need to go into here and adjust this countdown timer. I'm not even sure if it's actually working properly or not. The countdown timer for the ads. I don't even know if it's working properly, as I said. But it does show up in chat as a countdown timer. So, and I usually have to have my camera at the bottom of my Football Manager play window because that's where it's like the most out of the way. And I think at that point it probably doesn't. Let me go into over here. We'll go down here and maybe try to move this. Try to edit this up a little bit. Maybe bring this up a little bit. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm not really sure. Here we go, maybe up here a little bit. We'll see how that goes. What I'm trying to do is there's supposed to be a indicator here that shows when the ads are supposed to be starting. So we'll see if that helps a little bit. Hopefully it's not in the way of other stuff when I'm playing the game. Okay, we shall see. Go back over here now. I was going to jump in maybe to look at some stuff on Steam. The Epic Game Store, I think I looked at last week, and I didn't really I didn't see anything I liked on the Epic Game Store. Let's go to Steam because we're going to be starting in there anyway. Let's see the Epic Game Store. Epic Games Launcher. What stuff is in here? Fear of the Spotlight. No, thank you. And then tomorrow is supposed to be Bendy. and the Ink Machine. Probably not that one. Into the Pit. Probably not that one. We're looking at Halloween style games or Halloween scary kind of games, and I'm just not into that. So don't like scary movies, don't like horror, don't like. It's interesting because I read Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, and I just never got into any deeper than that. As far as I haven't read it since then, but I haven't gotten into it any deeper than that. So into horror or whatever. Used to watch them when I was a kid. Every Saturday afternoon they'd have a horror movie on. Used to watch them when I was a kid, but that is it. So let's see. We're gonna go desktop over here because we're looking at my discovery queue on Steam. And we got the next one, Elemental Reports. I saw somebody was streaming this. Lead Your Civilization is epic turn-based fantasy strategy game. Design units, research technology, learn magical spells, send adventurers on quests, craft magical items, trade, or battle other civilizations for dominion of worlds of your imagination. Yeah, probably not. It's only 20. It's only $20, but yeah, I'm not going to be playing this. There's probably not a lot of games, honestly, that I'm going to be playing now that FM26 has come out. Systemic War. Modern grand strategy game using macroeconomic model with exchange rates, diplomacy, hybrid warfare, engage in kinetic warfare on the strategic map, then shift to RTS battles at focal points. Interesting concept. Probably not going to be very good. I could follow this, I guess. Bounty Star, no, it's got mechs. Warborn Above Ashes, no. Bookshop Simulator, this would be interesting. Open your own bookshop, order books, stock your shelves, and earn revenue. Use your profits to decorate, expand, and hire staff. Collect rare books that give powerful abilities. Adopt a cat to keep you and your customers happy along the way. It's overwhelmingly positive. Blep Games. The demo. Sure, why not? Let's see. Bookshops are one of my guilty pleasures, I guess you could call it. Um, the favorites. Like I like going to Barnes and Noble. Um, Mainly Barnes and Noble. Barnes and Noble usually had a Starbucks associated with it. Hoopland. Hypeland is if it's the NBA, it's Hypeland. Aztecs, The Last Sun. Star Sand Island. Swap Meet. Nope. None of those are going to make me happy. So let's go to library. Let's start up FM26. Oh, there's an update. Okay. It is 1.9 gigabytes, so let's get that downloaded. Railway Empire 2 has a 1.3 gigabyte update. Yeah, Barnes and Noble, coffee, books, chairs. What's not to like? Since ads are starting in 20 minutes. Did it update my thing? See if it updated my thing. Nope, it did not. Yeah, there's supposed to be a this thing ad start in 19 minutes. It's supposed to show up down here below my below my webcam border, but it's not. I guess I'll have to mess around with that. I guess if it's not going to show up, there's no point in having me. Let me see if it shows up at all while I'm playing. Um, so yeah, love books, love to read. I'm thankful that I love to read because that means my daughter doesn't mean she loves to read, but she does love to read because that's something I taught her right from the get-go. She's in first grade. She's currently reading at fifth grade level. And if you want to know how that was accomplished, just read to her. When we were putting her to bed at night, now she reads on her own. But when we were putting her to bed at night, when she was, 2 years old, we'd read to her, read a story to her. First, we'd read Dr. Seuss books. I mean, this is like from the time she's can sit in our lap, basically. Dr. Seuss books, and then we had an ABC book that had all the ABCs in it. Really cool book. And I would read that to her every day. She would bring it over to me every day and say, Daddy, read this to me. So I'd read it to her. And then we have all the Winnie the Pooh books. We have the Chronicles of Narnia. We have some Sherlock Holmes books. We have all the Beezus and Ramona books. And she just loves to read. We go to the library. She gets books. She gets library books from school. And she just loves to read. I mean, to the point where sometimes we have to kind of drag her along because in the store when we go shopping, she'll want to stop and read like a sign, a sign that's got, a full paragraph. She'll want to read the whole thing. And so, yeah, she loves to read, and I'm very happy about that because she's very smart in other subjects also, because what do you need to be able to do to learn in school? You need to be able to read and understand the material that's being presented. So let's see, we're updating Ostriv. That's got a 23 megabyte update. So it looks like all my updates are done. We did No Man's Sky today. It just started downloading today, I guess. We got the Bookshop Simulator. We got the Football Manager one updated. Hopefully it doesn't break my Football Manager game that I currently have going. So we can now play Football Manager. And we'll make sure that when we go into our game, that the Football Manager game shows up in yeah, there it is. Yeah, this might be a little too high right here. This might be a little bit too high down here. So we'll have to wait and see. What's new? Is it going to tell me? Does it give me any idea what's new in the game? Turn this. I think I want to leave this off for now. Try this one. I want my phone. I want my phone to be always on. I got it charging right now. I want it to be always on. There I am. Most recent career, Chelsea. Okay. Let's see where I am. Financial fair play. Club's administration team will provide a summary of the current financial fair play regulations. Chelsea board to keep you regularly updated as to what measures will be required to ensure the club complies with these regulations. I never pay any attention to this. 220 million income, expenditure, salary, 405 million. That doesn't seem right. It seems like these two numbers should be switched. Maybe that's a year, right? 405 million a year. We're compliant. Preseason prep. Players are due to return for preseason training today. Now would be a good time for you to review your plans for them. The first team squad will be heading for a preseason training camp in Rains Park, England. That's all we can afford, Todd? Rains Park? Can't we go to Japan or something? I gotta blow my nose real quick. Where do I show up? Action message. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Well, let me just see if this ever pops up down here. It's supposed to pop up. I have it in my webcam. What's it called? Nested. My nested scene. Ads countdown timer. It's just not showing. There it is. There it is. 12 minutes. Okay. There it is. So we'll leave it there. And then we'll just have to work around the other things. I just want people to see get a reminder when ads are starting. So, because I always forget to mention it. And then ads have started. Hey, what's up, guys in chat? Welcome, Blessed. Nice to see you again. Maddie and Moon, welcome in. So, yeah, Todd Bowley can't afford anything than to move us a couple miles down the road to Rains Park for our preseason training camp. It's good. Training camp starts on the 12th, will last until the 22nd. Preseason focus on heavy workload is likely to benefit the players over the course of the season, providing a strong foundation for fitness to build on. During the season itself, the focus should be on other areas, as this will reduce the chances of the players getting too tired. But I'll tell you what, an FM24, thoughts on the game? Well, hey, what's going on, Maddie? Thoughts on the game? Well, I actually just started this save, so I haven't gotten too far into it. I started the save, I think, last Thursday. I only stream on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for a few hours each day. But I mean, so far I like it. I'm not a long time FM player. So I have had FM 18, FM 21, 22, 23, 21, 22, 24. And I played them like sporadically. I'd be like, try this again. And I think the last time I played, the last time I played before the most recent time that I played a save was FM24. I played for about 60 hours. And I just got to the point where I do not get this, man. And so I just stopped playing. I started playing something else. But then back in May or June, I just saw somebody streaming it. And I just said to myself, I am going to learn how to play this game. And so I played for about, let me go to Steam. That's awesome. That's awesome. I wish I had started playing like 10, 15 years ago. 20 years ago, I was playing World of Warcraft like 8 hours a day. Get home from work, play World of Warcraft. Get off on the weekends, I was playing for like 11, 12 hours a day. I did that for like, starting in 2005, I think it was. I did that for like maybe 4 years, 5 years. I actually did quit twice for a full year. So I played for like a year. I quit for a year. I played for another 2 years. I quit for a year. I went back to it. And then I got involved in a relationship back in 2015, and I just pretty much stopped playing World of Warcraft. I think the last time I played it, I actually tried out the recently. I tried out the hardcore, and my mage got killed at level 13, and that's it. I'm done. I am done with this game forever. A lot of fun, but I'm just done. Football Manager 24, as I said, I played about 60 hours when I first got Football Manager 24, like maybe a year and a half ago. But since then, I've played over 300 hours because I told myself I'm gonna learn this game because it looks like a lot of fun. And I started off with Torquay in the Vanarama National League South. I got them in the second season. I got them promoted to the Vanarama National League. Right now, that's where that save is. They're in the Vanarama National League. I tried loading that save into FM26 and it didn't work. So I'm going to wait until the full version of FM26 comes out. If it doesn't work, I will go back to that save and try to see how far I can get them. But yeah, it's funny because I just started playing FM24. Like I said, back in June, I started I'm going to learn this game. And I started playing it because 25 was delayed. And now, so, the major hurdle in this game and in 24 and in 23 and 22 and 20 is the interface, learning the user interface. So now I've learned the user interface in FM24, and now I'm starting with FM26, and I have to learn the user interface all over again. So, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, I found, and don't get me wrong, 300 hours in FM24, am I an expert? Not even close. Not even close. But it is a lot of fun. And you get 300, I have 300 hours in that game. Some of it frustrating, some of it joyful, learning a lot of stuff, but it is fun and it's worth the investment of the time to try to get to learn it. And that's awesome. That's awesome that you have invested that much time in it. Like I said, I invested a lot of time. Hey, Lang Joel. I invested a lot of time in World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft was just a grind, though. It just got to become too much of a grind. So eventually, I said, no, I'm done. I do want to look at training though, and I want to look at this team bonding thing and see what that is. Training. Okay, so there is extracurricular. It looks like that's what this team bonding is. Increased teamwork, slightly reduced, slightly reduced. So I watched videos, just like anybody who's learning the game. I watched videos, and one of the guys in the video said, do the team bonding once a week, or maybe once every couple of weeks at least, because there's no downside to it. It's only upside. So that's what I've been doing, is I've been adding it in 24 when I was playing 24, like right here. So the other thing too is that they're saying is after every game, do a match review. It increases team cohesion. So that's what I've decided to do. I play the game, I do the recovery, I do the match review. I try to work out like at least 4 or 5 days a week of a rest. So like 1, 2, and I kind of 3. I kind of look at these also as rest periods. See, I want to put a put a match review in here. Sadly, a lot of negative comments about this game, but it has a lot of potential. It is a bit buggy, but it's in beta. I am just hoping it improves. 2,000 hours in FM24. Normally I do 1,000 hours per FM. Just nice to have a new game and something to learn. Right. Um, yeah, I watched a Lolujo video a couple days ago. People have been asking him about his honest assessment of the game. And in general, he says he is having fun. That's why you play a game. And so I haven't really encountered any bugs, but like I said, I don't have a lot of time in the game right now. I have exactly 3.8 hours of game time as of right now. But I'm willing to learn, and I know I'm kind of in the same boat as other people to a degree. Okay. I'm kind of in the same boat as other people in that we all have to learn a new interface. So, I was a little bit surprised because I did an update just now. The game wanted to be updated, so I did that update. But it didn't, usually after you do an update, it'll tell you what the new features are or whatever. It didn't tell me. I guess I can go into the Steam page and kind of look at it. Well, let's go over to Steam and see advanced FN26 advanced access beta hotfix. It was like a 1.6 gigabyte. We can look at it. We can look at it here. Let's see. Good afternoon. Please to confirm another FM26 hotfix is now available on Steam and Epic. I haven't played the game since Friday. So we want to thank you for your continued feedback. The scale of engagement has been unprecedented through having more than 200,000 players active every day since release. Oh, thank you, Maddie. Thank you so much. Right now I'm trying Chelsea. Chelsea's my team. I know. Chelsea's my team. But I don't know. I've got Torquay and FM24. Maybe I'll try Torquay and FM26 because last season Torquay came in second in the Vanarama National League South, but they lost in the playoffs. And so they're still in Vanarama National League South. So I'd kind of like to get them higher up. I feel like I've learned from that save and things that happened in that save in FM24. I've learned a lot about transfers, loans, stuff like that to help the team. And that's awesome, Maddie. That's so nice of you to say. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And I'm not sure if I want to do that in FM24 or in 26, but I'm not sure. I could maybe just randomly pick a team. Almost double the amount compared to previous beta periods. Our teams are working tirelessly across socials, forums, Sega platforms, and other online channels globally to curate and prioritize the most pressing issues impacting the largest number of players. Today's changes are as follows. Various crash and stability fixes. Fixed soft lock when offering a player for a trial. Fixed soft lock when adding youth player to first team training units. It's interesting. I know I was telling you I was watching that video from Lolujo about his review of the game. He said he's not going to give a review until the official release comes out and he's had time to play his normal non-league to legend, which he said, so he probably won't be giving a review until he has about 300 hours into the official release. But he did say he's having fun. He did say he has not experienced any crashes yet. What was the other thing I was going to say? Something triggered that in here for me. Anyways, if I remember it, I'll mention it. Fixed club logos for unlicensed teams appearing in low resolution. Fixed an issue where players that were said to be bald in the database had hair when playing matches. Okay. Is that real? Oh, ad start, guys. I'm sorry. Ad started. Ads. Uh, I know Blessed is still here, I think. Are you still here, Maddie? If not, I'll just step away for a couple minutes because I don't want to read this. Maybe I'll just jump back into the game real quick and hey, Blessed, how's it going? Nice to see you. Hey, Blessed, I was going to ask you, what program do you use? Are you using Discord or something for to see when people are online? Chatterino. Is it iOS or Android or both? Let's see if it's in the Play Store. Chatterino. Chatterino. Don't see it in iOS. Is it specifically a Twitch program or is it just across different platforms? Because I searched for Twitch and Chatterino didn't come up. Okay. Maybe it's a Microsoft. Is it, do you have Windows or iOS? I just don't like Microsoft. I mean, I'm a Windows guy, but I just don't like Microsoft. I like Windows. I don't like Microsoft. To me is way too intrusive. Okay, so ads are over. Let's go back to our regularly scheduled review of the change list for today's FM26 patch. Well, not today's. This was well, it says today's. Anyways, fixed club logos for unlicensed teams appearing in low resolution. Fixed an issue where players that were set to be bald in the database had hair when playing matches. Now, they did say here our teams are working tirelessly across socials, forums, Sega platforms, and other online channels globally to curate and prioritize the most pressing issues. This is a pressing issue? Players were set to be bald and they had hair. That's a pressing issue? Interesting. The FM26 community is not on the same page that I'm on. Fixed player report attributes not alphabetically listing when changing languages. Fixed screen corruption on staff report when mid. Yeah, I had a couple of issues. I don't think I sent them. I didn't. because what happened was I clicked on report bug and it brought me to the SI page where you had to sign in, you had to do this, you had to do that, you had to find the forum for the bug report that it needed to go into. When I'm reporting a bug, I want a box to come up. If they want my email, I'll give it to them. But then I just want to say what the bug is and then give a brief description. And then I click on send and it sends it to them, and then it gets put into their bug queue or something. I don't want to have to do all that legwork to try to find out where in their system this bug report belongs. Fix screen corruption on staff report when mid or low resolution. Fixed issue where player names overlap with each other in opposition instructions. That might have been part of what I was saying, some type of overlap in text. Bands had an empty state display. Match sometimes a pause. I haven't watched a match yet. Okay, if the wrong symbol was used for red cards in the full-time report. Added missing club logos. Do it button in pre-match flow now works as expected. Red card icon appears in the match event tile. Key attributes for staff now highlighted when role is selected. That was something that I experienced. The key attributes for staff were not highlighted when their role was selected. And so I was trying to hire new staff, and I would click on like physio and it didn't highlight anything. Or I clicked on assistant coach, it didn't highlight anything. So that was one of them there that I had. Windowed mode not working on Mac now fixed. I don't got a Mac, I got Windows. So that is the that is it. I think this is the best spot. Go top right. I think it is. I'm not exactly sure. So we did update a bit of our stuff here. This has got every 2 weeks team bonding. We're doing match reviews after matches, which is going to be under match preparation. I think something that would be better here is showing a down arrow. Like when there is a menu system involved. I think that's kind of the what's the word I'm looking for? The standard. That's kind of the standard when you have because these all you can just highlight over them. When there's a menu system involved underneath the clickable item, there's usually a down arrow, so you know that there's a menu. But that's just me. And I will click on confirm, and we'll have another match review after this game. I wish that these were a little bit different colored. If you can change that. Kind of seem to blend in with some of the other green on the screen. I'll just do a few of these going forward. I want match reviews after every game. So it must be the first game of the season. We're going to do a match review. These kind of look pretty similar. It's too bad there's no easy way to give suggestions to Sports Interactive. Yeah, it just seems kind of like the onus is on the player to report things and, go jump through their kind of hoops and stuff to get it reported. as opposed to the onus being on them to create a better system to report that stuff so that players don't have to jump through a bunch of hoops. They can, like I said, I mean, I've played plenty of other games, and usually if there's a bug report system, it, like I said, it just pops up a box. You put in your username or whatever, and then you give a bug title. You give a description of the bug, and then you click on send, and it sends it to them, and their system automatically just curates it into the right folder and marks it as unread so that somebody that's reviewing these things goes in and reads it. Okay. Okay, so there's what these are. So these are presets, maybe? Okay, I was in the portal before, so let's go back to the portal because we're kind of learning that, I think. Preseason preparations, we did this. Fixture schedule. I need to go into staff and mark my staff responsibilities. Currently, quite a few injury problems within the Chelsea squad. On average, I would expect to see around 98 injuries per season within the first team squad. I must have had a really good head physio at Torquay, because I think my expected injuries max out at like 75. Of course, this is a higher level competition, so I guess you might expect more injuries in a higher level competition. As the season progresses, so keeping up to date with how we're doing in comparison to this average as well as the rest of the league. Our head of sports science, Nick Chad, will also keep track of each individual player's injury risk throughout the season and report back regularly to help reduce the number of injuries we pick up. I will continue to monitor the player's health and fitness and report back regularly. Yeah, yeah, something that could be better. If only you could write that down on a list and then be able to send that list. Yeah, exactly, right? Keep a list off to the side. I feel it's very unpolished, missing tons of features previous FM games had, missing a lot of intuitive menu options. I feel like it's missing stuff that are more than bugs. Yeah. But I know this is a new game engine, so it makes me feel like future FM games are going to be really good. Yeah, I think, there's probably things they realize they have to clean up. There might be things that they feel like it's fair play for people to complain that this feature is no longer in the game. We're gonna rework that feature and add it into the game at some point in a future update, you know? So let's see. So here, yeah, sports scientists, you need sports science. He's got good sports science. That's the only attribute. If you're a physio, you need physiotherapy. That's the only attribute you need. I don't know why. It seems to me like if you're a physio and you're working with kids, teenagers, your motivating and people management might play a part in that, but apparently not. So it looks like we have uh, a pretty good sports scientist, right? It doesn't give a number though. Is that something you can change? I want a number. You can't change that. That's no numbers. I wonder why. I mean, do people really have a hard time struggling with the difference between 1 and 20? I mean, really? Are we really going for like the illiterate? Um, I mean, I know there are illiterate people. It's, I'm sure, a big issue for them in their life. It's a big issue probably for them in their country. But the difference between 1 and 20. I found some numbers. Blessed. I found some numbers. Players trained in England for 3 years. What does that mean? 3. Before their 21st birthday. Okay. I don't understand this number. 21st. What is that? Man. Players trained in England for a few years before the day after. Just put numbers out here. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Birthday. English transfer window in progress. No more than 25 players. Transfer window open. There's some noble deals and business completed, as well as some rumors about what might happen. Wirtz to Liverpool. Cunha to Man United. Oh, you know what I was going to do? I was going to restart this. Save. Okay. Yeah, do they have like 12 to 14 out of 20? Why not just put the number down? I mean, they are quantifying this stuff. Usually quantify with numbers initially and then convert them over into words. But why not just use the numbers? So 12 is a range between, good is a range between 12, 13, 14. Very good is 15, 16, 17. Outstanding, 18, 19. Elite, 20. So basically, anything less than good, you probably don't want to mess with. Yeah, I was thinking about restarting the save because I started it before so that the transfer window wouldn't happen. But I think I want the transfer window to happen because I want Estevao and I want Nicholas Jackson can go to Bayern Munich if they want. I think I might do that. I can always restart this if I want to. Let's save this game. How did I have it saved as? What was the name of it? Game status playing. Okay. Quit the start screen. Let's go back to the start screen. I think I want to do a new career. I'll go in as Chelsea. This is fine. This is what I had set up before. This is fine. I wanted to start in England. But updated squads being used at the start of each new career, even if those transfers hadn't happened yet. Yeah, I think I want to do the original and see who I get. Because I think I want to get real fixtures. Allow first transfer window activity. Yes, allow player attribute masking. Now this is the other thing I saw. This is the other bug that I saw. You see how this text runs off the side of the screen? Yeah, I can't read this over here on this side. Attribute masking is a concept where certain attributes are not visible to the human manager because Football Manager assumes a manager will not necessarily know everything about every player in the world. So I want to allow player attribute masking because I don't want to know everything about every player in the world. Okay. Pretty sure that's right. The text has been okay for me so far. That was just selected. Yeah, because I want Esteval. I want Delap. Is it Delap? Is that his name? I think so. I want João Pedro. I want the team basically that they have right now. Never really liked Jackson. I just felt like he just really wasn't that comfortable as a striker. And I mean, you can't blame him for that if Maresca is using him in a position he wasn't totally comfortable in. But people are wondering what's wrong with Chelsea this year. They're down to like 9th place. Tell you what's wrong with them is they don't have Palmer. They don't have Palmer. Let's go with Chelsea. Manager profile. We're going to use Biff Gimbel. This is me. I'm 25 years old. I have a global reputation as being an outstanding man manager. I play entertaining football. I make the most of set pieces and I inspire others. They're appointing me. He's 25 years old and he's an inspirational figure. Oh, I should say I am. My playing career at 25 years old, my playing career marked me out as a perennial champion in English football. I also carry a global reputation for my work in coaching, and I'm perfectly set for this opportunity at 25 years old. Okay, let's see. Let's give this one a new name of a new Chelsea save with original transfer window. Transfer. Yeah, because I started with the real world settings where the original transfer window doesn't necessarily happen, but things happen as they did in the real world. But this one, I think they start you with your regular squad. Let's see if that's true. They just dropped another one. I can go out and get it. Let's see. Caicedo, Gittins. Yeah, they have Gittins. We still have Mudryk? How do we still have Mudryk? Esteval. Yeah, I want Esteval. Garnacho's okay. I think Garnacho's a ball hog for me. He never met a shot that he didn't like. He was kind of like Liam Delap and João Pedro. I want those. For me, Garnacho is kind of like Jackson. Every time they touch the ball, they want to shoot. So let's go out to Steam. Oh, I guess I have to end the game. Let me go out and save. I have to go out to exit. Quit game and exit. So right now in Steam, they just it doesn't indicate that there's a patch. Let me go ahead and exit Steam and maybe reboot Steam. I'm also going to close out Epic Game Store because I was already in there and I don't need to be in there again. So let's go and see if after stopping Steam and reloading, let's see if there's a patch. For 26. Nope, it's still showing that I can just click on the game and play it. So this is what I have. I have a patch that did come out today. Beta hotfix 26.0.1.2227341. I wonder if that's the one that you have, Maddie. Okay. Is that the same one? And I was saying that I guess you have to look here, but I was saying I think you were away from the PC, Maddie. I was saying it says up here, our teams are working tirelessly across social. Where am I? Here. Our teams are working tirelessly across socials, forums, Sega platforms, and other online channels globally to curate and prioritize the most pressing issues impacting the largest number of players. And then I get down to here. Fix an issue where players that were set to be bald in the database had hair when playing matches. I'm like, really? That's a pressing issue? Really? Okay. Alrighty then. Let's get back into the game then. Yeah, I wanted to start up a new game because, like I said, I wanted to. When I went in, I to my first game, I set it up in the real world, and these things were set to happen. But I wanted them to happen like at the start of the game, where they had all the new players in. Some players were going out. I do want to try to keep Chilwell though. I like Chilwell. I like him. I think he's got speed. He's got guile. Um, and I'd like to keep him. So, where are we on ads? So, when the next ad starts, hopefully I'll see it, and I'm going to take a break and get up and walk around for a little bit. Oh no problem, Maddie. Yeah, no problem, no problem at all. So this is the 29th. That's today. Okay, let's see. Welcome to Chelsea. Sure. I already did this. I already did this. I think I did this. Think I did this. Think I did this. I think it was all the way up to here. I did want to, again, look at the training. So I could do some of this. Like I said right here, I want to do match reviews after every game because it does improve team cohesion. We'll do, this one doesn't have a recovery. Interesting. wonder why it doesn't have a recovery. This one does. There was rest, rest, travel, rest, rest, travel. This one had a recovery. This one did not. I wonder why. This one also has rest, rest, travel, recovery. But we're going to do a match review. This one we're going to do a recovery. Surprises some of them have that and some don't. Seems like they would all be consistent. Oh. They all involve travel. Let's see. I don't like this color here. It just kind of blends in. All the colors are kind of dark blue, dark green. For me, it just kind of blends in a little too much. It's not easily, at least in my opinion, it's not easily discerned. Here we go. Yeah, see, this is kind of too close to this color right here. Let's go here and do a match review. It's still interesting because you still cannot change these rests. You still cannot change the match focus. I mean, at least it could do is when you mouse over match focus, it would tell you what it does. You know? I think I went online. It said something that I don't remember now, but yeah, it's like, why can't I change this? I mean, we have match tactics. I kind of thought that's what that was, but apparently not. Match review. Now, see, this is interesting. Over here, this is dark green. Over here, it's a light green. Don't know why or if it matters. I mean, light green, dark green. Don't know why. I just noticed stuff like that. I'm the guy that back in the day, you guys may not be familiar with this game. Lynx LS Golf. Very good golf game. You could play online. I played in online tournaments and stuff. But I like to mess around with stuff. And so what I did is in this game, I wanted to see what kind of like the physics were like. And so what I did is I went on a putting green, a practice green. It might have been a real green but I think it was a practice green. So I went on a putting practice green. I set a ball 6 feet from the hole. And in the game, you have to click a couple of times. You can click and hit a line at the top, and then when you click and hit the line at the top, the bar will automatically start swinging down again to the bottom. And if you click again on that line at the bottom, you'll have a perfect swing, and your ball will go straight and far and all that stuff. So anyways, I'm on the green, 6 feet from the hole, and I take out a driver. And I hit a perfect swing with a driver, and my ball went in the hole. And I did it multiple times. I don't remember if I ever contacted the developer, Access Software, to let them know, but I was just like, well, I mean, sometimes you do those things for fun, but then it kind of can mess with your idea of it kind of destroys the simulation thing in your mind. It kind of breaks the what's the term? Where you're the idea of immersion, it kind of breaks the immersion. You're in the game, you're like, yeah, this is a great game. It's a lot of fun. But once something like that happens, you're like, yeah, this physics engine isn't all it's cracked up to be. The idea of losing yourself in the game, I forget what the term is right now, but yeah, it's. But I noticed that kind of stuff. I just noticed, hey, this is a different color. Why is it a different color? Um, okay, so we got these are Premier League matches, kind of similar color to this. But let's go over here and go to match prep, match review. That's green there. Let's come down here. Go match prep, match review. Green here. Match prep, match review. Okay. So let's go back out. Did I have to save anything down here? I don't think I do. But it does want me to do some stuff. It does want me to 8.51 million per year. Could you write a check for me up front, Todd, for that, please? I'd like to get that money in my bank account right away. um, oh, yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry, blessed. Thank you. I do that too much. It's from not, honestly, I think it's from not streaming for quite a while. I didn't stream for like a month. And I think that's what the problem is. So what I did is I went in here, I changed these to match review because I like to have match. I like to do a recovery after game and a match review. Now it is interesting because there was a recovery here after this game, but there was no recovery here. So I put one in. And I'm like, well, everything else is the same. It's travel. They're traveling. So if you why wouldn't the AI put a recovery in here and a recovery in here? I don't know. I didn't ask the AI yet. And then I was just wondering why these match reviews match reviews are green. This one's a light green. The darker green, this is light green. I don't know about that either. And I was questioning you can't change these. You can't change the rest before or after a game. And you also can't change the match focus and take that off of there. And I wonder why. And I wish it would, when you mouse over it, I wish it would tell you what the match focus does. Like the match review will tell you that it increases team cohesion. So, anyways, so now we're on that page. I took the hot seat. Please deposit this in my bank account right away, Todd. Can I get a check for that, please, before I leave today? Thank you so much. Except current vision, sure. All they want me to do is increase commercial revenue. Okay. Well, it depends on how well the team plays. And then be competitive in the Champions League. So accept current vision. Got it. Tactics. I already did this, actually. They want me to set up a tactic. I want to do a gegenpress. Because I think we have the team that can do that. Okay, formation. I want to do a 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1. Cole Palmer right here. So basically, it'd be João Pedro, Pedro Neto. On the right can be Garnacho, or they can flip Palmer, Fernandez, Caicedo, and then we got the back four pretty much anchored by Chalaba, I think. Reece James on the right, Malo Gusto, I think, and Malo Gusto plays on the right also. I'd like to get Chilwell back. And then this one, I think I had the, yeah, where I have the wing backs drop back. Cole Palmer would come up here. And then the wings drop back a little bit. We keep our same formation. So we just do have these two guys up here pressing. Okay, so confirm. And I think I already put my players in here. Goalkeeper is going to be Sanchez. Wing back on the right is going to be James. Wing back on the left is going to be I have to find who's going to be on the left. Center back, I think it's going to be Chalaba. I don't know why they won't let me put Cucurella. I'll put Cucurella here. Oh, they did. Oh, I had the wrong one then. That's right, center. Disasi, I guess, right? Fofana's injured. Oh, let's see. Defensive midfielder on the left is probably Fernandez. On the right is going to be Caicedo. Oh, no. On the Fernandez. Tagging midfielder right is going to be tagging midfielder center is going to be Palmer. Pedro is going to be up front. On the right is going to be Neto's only 2.5 stars, huh? Interesting. On the left is going to be, where is Garnacho? Not Mudryk. He's suspended. Probably for the rest of his life. What foot is Garnacho? He's right-footed. Okay. Neto is left-footed. Yeah, so these will work out fine. Okay. Thanks, Blessed, for I mean, I was really pretty good at that before I stopped streaming for a month. And then I stopped streaming for a month, and like literally when my first stream, I'm like, how do I do this again? What buttons do I push? So yeah, it's something I got to focus on. I got to keep my head on a swivel, really. I have to keep my head on a swivel, you know, keep an eye on chat. I've got my, over here on my left, I've got my stream preview over here. It's just sometimes I just miss it. So I think I can complete the introduction. I can. Hi, this is Willie Caballero. It's Club Degamon's backroom team, how they can help you day to day. They can help me by staying out of my hair. Okay. Staff responsibilities? Yeah, sure. We have a match against Blackburn on Saturday, and it might be helpful to you if you delegate certain tasks to the backroom team until you're more settled in. You can decide that. At the end of this introduction. Training, tactical direction. Tactical approach, staff, just some media obligations. I think I'd like to do media in this one. I didn't do media in the Torquay save, but I think I'd like to do it just to mess around. It's the beta, might as well just mess around with it for a while. Are you there? So I guess this means I have 55 tasks assigned to me. I have 63 delegated to staff. That's the only thing I can think. Even though this only adds up to what, 2736? Oh. Definitely. I know, like Lelujo likes to delegate everything, pretty much. All he wants to do is he wants to do the transfers and the loans and the tactics. I might let Win Stanley do the hiring of the I might let him do the hiring of the staff. I started doing that in my first save. If you're wondering what I'm munching on, I'll show you. Comes out. Try to keep those away from my PC. Belvita, really good. It's a very tasty. It says it gives you 230 calories. It goes really good with coffee. Gives you their breakfast biscuits with, like, it says they used to say on here 4 hours of energy. So they are very good, very tasty. But like I said, I just got to make sure that these crumbs don't wind up in my PC, which is right below the edge of my table down here. Yeah, so ads start in about 10 minutes. I am going to get up for the ads and walk around a little bit. I do have a splash screen that I can put up, but it's for FM24. I don't have a splash screen set up yet for 26, which I need to do. That's good. Okay. Squad introduction. Reece James and Enzo Fernandez are our captain and vice captain, respectively. The two of them have an important role in guiding and shaping the culture at the club. You'll have a chance to review and change these roles in a week or two. A good captain will have strong mental attributes, including, but not limited to, leadership and teamwork. So in the game on Saturday against Sunderland, at one point towards the end of the game, I think Chelsea were losing at that point 2-1. They wound up losing the game 2-1. Reece James got upset with one of the Sunderland players, big guy. I don't know if he was their striker or whatever, but he basically just pushed him so hard the guy fell down, and it was a real fall down. It wasn't like a dive. It was a set piece, I think a corner, and they were getting set up for the set piece, and Reece James just pushed him, man, as hard as he could and knocked him over. which I thought was hilarious. Overview for determine the strength of your group. Maintaining a strong overall squad means striving for quality in every department. Also requires a positive dressing room atmosphere. This balance is very important to help drive success. I hope somebody knows how to drive. Somebody's got to drive the bus. It's always worth keeping an eye on the youth teams for potential future talents to bring into the first team squad or develop as a potential revenue stream for the club. This guy's pretty good. He played on Saturday. He's okay. Tyreek George, I think, played on Saturday also. Mark Gue, he has played in recent games also. So these are probably going to be guys that we're going to looking to bring up in from the under 21s team. Medical team can keep you up to date on any injured players, their rehab progress, and expected return. They'll also be able to provide a risk assessment on anyone who's in danger of becoming injured, as well as a summary of anyone recently back to fitness and overall summaries of long-term injury data. A lot of injured players. 2 months, month, 11 months. Gosh, I feel bad for these guys that get injured like that. It's like, I mean, I had some players like that playing for Torquay, got injured, like broken leg, out for 5 months, 6 months, and it just basically derailed their career. They were never the same again. Cinnamon sugar is always a good choice. Cinnamon's one of my favorite spices. I like breakfast because breakfast and cinnamon kind of go hand in hand. But yeah, it's actually very good for you too, because they said it's good for diabetics because cinnamon actually helps regulate your blood sugar. So the recruitment team will take you the process. Let me suggest an edit here for Sports Interactive. The recruitment team will take you through the process of identifying new talent and moving players on, but it's useful to be aware now of the ways in which you will be able to develop the squad in the months and years ahead. So you need to put between you and the word through, THROUGH. The recruitment team will take you through the process. That's just my suggestion. That's the word that I would put in there. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna. Okay. I think that'll do for now. Hopefully you'll have a much clearer idea of who's who around here before you formally introduce yourself to the team. I'm always here to help you, however I can. Thanks. So I wonder if it's the same as before, for basically when you do the team, when you introduce yourself to the team for the first time. You basically just have to reiterate what the board wants and what the board's expectations are. We are going to Hanworth. This is how much Todd Bowley can afford to send. He can't afford to send us to Japan or Southeast Asia for our training camp. We got to go to Hanworth, a couple miles down the road. Top 4 clubs with injuries. We're right up there. Keep up the good work, guys. Squad selection rules. Transfer window in progress. Itzhak to Liverpool. Buyer words from Leverkusen to Liverpool. At a TK. Okay, well, we know Liverpool did some business. All right. So let's, we already looked at the squad, recruitment. Oh, we want to look at staff, right? because we want to go into responsibilities. Okay, negotiating player signings for Chelsea, right? Hiring and firing the head of youth development. I'm probably going to leave that to my So where do I change these? Me? No. Why can't I just click on them here and change them here? Delegation. That's why. It's just an overview. I would like the board to provide financial resources. Ads are starting in about 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Board, yeah, I can't take control of the board. That's Todd Bowley and Bedad Egbali's. I read an article when they first took over the team, and Egbali was saying that they wanted to kind of model things over. It was Brighton at the time, I think they said, and that Brighton was like a mid-table team, and they had transfer strategy and this and that, but it sounded like Egbali was satisfied with them being a mid-table team. I'm like, no, Chelsea's always been a team that is striving to win trophies. You can't just say we come in and say it's going to be okay if they're just a mid-table team and we're making all of the money that we want to make. That's kind of what he was saying. As long as we're making the kind of money that we want to make, it'll be fine. Like, no, you need to spend the money to get them competitive to be champions, not just you need to basically come in and do what Abramovich did, except for the oligarch, if that's what he was, thing. Okay, manage team selections, handle team selection. Chelsea, me. Handle team selection under 21. You can do that column. Under 18s, you can do that. Recruit directors. Hiring and firing the general manager. Delegate. You can do that. I don't know, though. Do you really know anything, Bedad, about football? I'll take control of that. Hiring and firing the technical director. I'll do that. First team staff recruitment. No. Why can't I select somebody from a list? So I can, okay. Is this something the technical director would do? The loan manager? Delegate to probably the GM, right? Oh, let's see. Okay. Delegate all to recommended. Recruit staff. Delegate all to recommended. Take control of all this, because a lot of times the board's like, no, we don't want to spend the money on that. When I was with Torquay, they never wanted to spend the money to get. They would send everybody else out pretty much on a coaching course, but me, I was like one of the lowest trained coaches because I started off at that level, that you're supposed to start off at the level of whatever team you're coaching, and I ad starting soon. Beep 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 beep. I'm taking a break. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Thanks for watching, everybody. All right, I'm back. Thanks for the break. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's see. Okay, me. You can recruit directors. Yeah, I mean, I could do this. I could look for a general manager and try to hire and fire people, but I will wait and see what kind of what kind of chief scout they hire, um, what kind of coaching staff they hire. But I mean, I don't have to do all of that. What kind of scouting staff they hire? Because I mean, really, a team like Chelsea should be getting the best staff for scouting, etc. Kind of the same for under 21s. Recruit staff, coaching courses. I will determine that. Now, does that mean I have to? Hmm. General manager's contract, technical director's contract, contract renewals. Okay, all of that. All right, confirm that. Scouting responsibility. Provide scouting opposition reports, providing own team analysis reports. When you scout a player, add them to your short list for what, a month? Watch them for 1 week. That sounds reasonable. Transfer and contract responsibilities. Initiate player sales for Chelsea. Me. Negotiating player sales for Chelsea. Me. Finalizing player sales for Chelsea. Me. Initiating. Test with offloading players to offering them to other clubs on loan or permanently or through a mutual termination of their contract. Now, see, this says tasked with offloading players through offering them to other clubs. Okay, initiating that. I think I'll just leave this. Media. Sure, I'll do the media this time just to see what it's like. I've done media before in 24, I think, or in 23. First team training. If I do this, is it going to change everything I just set up? Training your players need to improve his physical game. I'll delegate that to Willie. See training emails for Chelsea. Yes. Youth team. Callum. Hassam. Okay, confirm that one. Did I confirm media? I think it's already done. Did I confirm this one? First team players. Me. I didn't scroll down. Financing young players for the future. I'm going to delegate all those. Under 21s. Delegate all those. I think I'm going to take control of these for now. Me. Okay, confirm that. Handling scouting meetings, me. Scout feedback. Okay. Mm-hmm. Sure. Tactics, me. Okay, yeah, team selection advice. You can provide me with the advice. Okay. Got that. Match day. Ask which first team players are available for this team. Every match. Automatically make unfit first team players available for this team. No. Scroll up. Why did it start at the bottom? Down here. Match day under 21s. Column. Under 18s. Friendlies. Backroom staff arrange friendly matches for the first team squad. Frequency of friendly matches arranged by team manager. I want to do this just because I want to see what the first match is like. Friendly matches under 21s. Okay. Set pieces. Handle set piece coaching. That's me. That's me. Set piece tactics. Okay. So 36 are under my control. I went from 55 down to 36, so I lost 19. And I gave a bunch out to the... Oh, Maresca leaves Chelsea. They just announced it. Okay, this is fine. Confirm. Willie, you pick. Great job. Right. Meet the players. Reece James, I'm captain of Chelsea. I'd like to give you an overview of the relationships, people, dynamics here at Chelsea, if that's okay. Nope. Does he get mad if I decline it? Does he get mad if I decline it? He's like, what? I've never heard of such impertinence. Sure, tell me. Enzo Fernandez supports me in my role as captain. I'd like to point out, he's the vice captain, and I'm the captain. And the two of us have an important role in guiding and shaping the culture at the club. We will support your voice in the dressing room, and we can talk to players on your behalf, as well as leading by example both on and off the pitch. Good. I hope you can do that, because I think one of my vice captains on Torquay once told me, that's not my job to talk to him. You go talk to him. What? I've never heard of such impertinence. The captain and vice captain are typically senior figures of the club's hierarchy. The tiers of hierarchy are typically dependent on length of service, renown within the game, personality traits, experience, and respect within the squad. Our current team cohesion is poor. Our current dressing room is good. We don't have any unhappy players. That's good. Team leaders are expected to look out for the best interests of the players and come to you with any problems so that they can be solved quickly and easily. This is effectively our leadership group. Let's see. Okay. Team leaders have a voice that carries weight when it comes to important decisions that affect their teammates and the team as a whole. Right? Everyone else sits in the hierarchy accordingly, where our social groups are reflective of personal, social, geographic relationships that have formed over time, both here and elsewhere. Got it. Good core and secondary group of social stuff. I think that'll do for now. Hopefully you have a much clearer idea of who's who around here before you formally introduce yourself to the team. I'm always here to help you however I can. Thanks. Thanks, Dries. Appreciate it. 33 players on the first team squad. MK Don's loan offer for Rock Sakyai. Main offered loan Chelsea's Rams Rock Sakyai until the end of the season. They have offered 2.1K as a monthly fee for the duration of the loan should he play most of the games, and 2.1K should he not play as much. Contribution of 60% of his salary will be paid for the duration of the player's stay. Now let's see if I understand this. Regular starter. Okay. Is that reasonable? He's making almost $500,000 a year with this potential. There's 15 interested clubs, but we can't see who they are. MK Downs wants to do a loan. All the clubs want to do a loan. I guess we could go here. Where is he? It doesn't show his name up here anywhere. It shows interested clubs. There's 4 of them. One offer. But it doesn't have his name up here anywhere. Why is that? Doesn't even have it over here. Why wouldn't they put his name up here? I understand he's contracted to me, but I don't see that player's name anywhere on the screen. I don't get that. I'm just supposed to remember who he is? I'm just supposed to remember who he is, I guess. Delegate makes decisions on loan offers for young players not in the first team squad to Josh Marsh. Now, see, I don't want to necessarily do this because I've had them loan out like half of my under 18 squad. And I'm like, I don't got enough players to play a match. I know it'll fill in. I mean, I haven't had a chance to look at my under 18 yet. He's an under 18, right? What's his name? Sam? Did they say he was under 18? Maybe he's an under 21. There he is. He's slightly happy. Making a lot of money. What is Can I see can I see what their tactics are? Can I look at their tactics? Not sure where I would find that. I kind of want to see where he's playing. Is he a starter? Is he a starter? Now I know before there was a way to see what his is this him? He needs to lose some weight. Kind of chunky there, buddy. Energy sharpness, injury susceptibility, injury history. Okay. Kind of buried deep in there. No injury history. But let's see. Where is Sam? Where'd he go? Sam down here. He's a defensive midfielder. Okay. How many defensive midfielders do I have? 4. I was going to look to get Lelujo's see if it's on Steam. Is the workshop up yet? No, not yet. I was going to get his squad view. Let's see. Should let the kid go. I sometimes think it just seems like it would be better if he stayed with our team. And you know what, I can go back in here too. Let's see what the other DMs are like. This guy, he's a DM, but he's not that good. Where's the star rating? No more star ratings. Looks like he's also wanted by Dundee. Oh, here's the stars. He's 1.5, but 3.5 potential. How old is he? 19. He's from Scotland. Dundee want him. Sam, you are 1.5 with 3-star potential. Ollie, you are 1 with 3.5-star potential. Currently 2.5. Currently potential is 2.5, but you're only 1 star currently. You're only 17 years old. And then Keanu. Exciting young prospect. Okay, well, I guess I'll let him go out on loan, I guess. sure. He says he wants to talk to him. They'll pay half of his wages. Making a lot of money at that age. Okay, we'll accept it. Training introduction. Begin introduction. With your ongoing tactical direction and as you outline how you want the team to play, we'll continually adjust our plans to fit perfectly with that. We base our day-to-day activity around our tactical approach so that the players are as prepared as possible for every match and have a game-based model to their work. As you make changes, the coaching staff will adapt, and you can then also affect training specifically whenever you want to. Interesting. No, I want to continue. Each week, myself and the coaching staff plan our sessions around the tactical framework, the calendar, and individual preference. You can propose and make changes to these schedules whenever you want. I know I can. I'm the head coach. We work on a schedule of 3 sessions a day at most. Sometimes we'll use all 3, sometimes none if we're traveling or recovering. But we try to find the right balance as the increased intensity of work directly affects player fitness, freshness, and ability to perform at their best. What I'd like to see is that things like match review, which I don't think is a training ground kind of thing. Match review would be like in a like a classroom setting, watching film basically, that would not have a negative impact on their performance. I don't think it does. But also things like team bonding, where you're going out and shooting pool or playing or bowling or playing foosball or something like that. I don't think that should have hardly any impact on their fitness or their readiness or whatever. What is very useful is our ability to plan and save out a set of schedules to roll out whenever we want. You can do this too. We're happy to work with any ideas you have. Planning helps us to adjust whenever we want to without interrupting our rhythm. The squad is split into attacking, defensive, and goalkeeping units. For most sessions, you're able to move players around and involve talents from our younger age groups too. In addition to those units, you can bring smaller groups of players together for mentoring reasons. Younger ones are able to learn from their more experienced teammates and develop their personality and mental traits in doing so. I got to set up mentoring groups. Okay. Can I go back to this? Everyone's going to be able to learn from their more experienced teammates and develop their personality and mental traits in doing so. Okay. Individual training focuses on positional, technical, and physical improvement, and is something the staff here will make suggestions about all season. I know that. I put together an overflow of who's working on what right now, and among the staff here, you're all set now. Everyone here is on task, but you can make as many adjustments as you feel necessary. That's all for now. Here's a summary of how things are currently set up, and you're now hopefully in a position where you can be confident to make any changes you feel are needed. Yeah, see, some of this text is overlapping. They need to go in and clean that up. It shouldn't overlap like that. It doesn't matter it shouldn't really matter what text size you have. It shouldn't overlap like that. That's kind of that's like computer programming 101, you know. Induction complete. Set piece induction. Understand the importance that set piece situations play during matches and how they can impact results. understand the importance they play and earning or losing points over the course of a season. With the help of your coaching staff, you'll be able to decide exactly how your team should attack and defend dead ball scenarios and take advantage of opportunities to really change games. Let's go. Far post. In swinger. Balanced. Defensive marking strategy do you prefer? Hybrid. What post you want to play? Defending. Let's see. Both posts. I like to lead forward when defending a set piece. Okay. Okay. Meet the players. I think that now would be a good time to introduce yourself to the players and let them know what you expect from them. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Biff, and I'm so proud to be given the opportunity to lead this team into the future. I wanted to start by telling you all a bit about who I am and what you can expect from me as a manager. Okay, what do I click on? Oh, here. It's great to have you here, and I think we're all looking forward to hearing what you have to say. Convince. If I was to define myself to you right now, I'd say that I am fully invested in developing possession-based systems. I want a structured approach to in everything we do, and that's what I value most. Football is supposed to be fun, right? If you know nothing else about me right now, know that I'm a born entertainer who wants to play with freedom and confidence. You're going to be able to enjoy yourselves. Possession-based. I'm pleased to hear that. I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do here. I also feel football has to be fun and we want to enjoy ourselves and entertain the fans, so I'll be bringing that to the fore as well. Right. Next, I like to think of myself as someone who can inspire others to succeed, and it's my priority to make all of you believe in our project and in yourselves. You do seem to have the character to deliver that inspiration, so that's good. I hope you can be as convincing when it matters the most. Thanks, everyone. Once again, I'm really excited to be here and can't wait to get started. That's it? That's it? Expressionless. Neutral. They're all smiling, kinda. That's it? Really? I didn't tell them what I expect. I just told them what I was going to do. Kind of want to get to a game. It'd be fun to play a game. I look kind of old for being 25. I don't think she did. Okay, let's see. Incoming message. Oh, great. Chalaba's injured. 1 to 2 days. When's our next match? Where can I see that? How about calendar? Okay. We're taking a lot of hits at defensive positions. I really haven't done much. What have I done? I went into I did the assignments for staff. Now, are they looking for coaches? Somebody's looking for coaches, right? Somebody's looking to hire new coaches because we got 9 vacant roles in the recruitment team. We got 3 vacant roles in the medical team. We got 4 vacant roles in the coaching team. So you guys are looking for people, right? Chief scout and coaching staff, medical staff, scouting staff. I mean, come on, Lawrence, let's get on it. That's why we pay you the big bucks. 33 players on the staff. Preseason report. Club vision. Oh, see? It's a good thing I didn't say that then. I didn't, because they only told me to qualify for the Champions League. They also want to be competitive in the Champions League, qualify for the Europa League. They didn't say that. Carabao Cup, they kind of favor that one. Okay, is this all of them then? Because this was not in the first thing that they told me that it was required to get into the qualify for the Europa League. Well, I can't qualify for the Europa League and for the Champions League at the same time. So, performance feedback. I want to look at squad. Dynamics. I want to look at squad planner. I know there is a squad planner in here. Can I do a search for that? Okay. Yeah, we're really good at defensive midfielder. Cole Palmer. I think this is overall, right? Average ability. What do I have over here? I have Neto over here, don't I? Esteval's only a 2-star. He'll be a 4-star by the end of the season. He's really good. Okay, it's under recruitment. Okay. Gimbal to meet the media. This will be fun. Okay, a press conference has been called at Stamford Bridge to officially introduce you to the media as the new head coach of Chelsea. You'll have the option to speak to the media regularly in press conferences. It's a standard question and answer format, but it's important to go into these with the understanding that your words can and will be interpreted according to individual relationships with you and with the club. Press conferences are an opportunity for the media to ask you about the state of the club, how things are going. I'll offer a preview and a summary to make sure you feel comfortable every time. Some journalists will seek to create controversy or drama, and that's usually best avoided. I think failing to attend your first press conference in charge of Chelsea would really upset the press. Okay, likely talking points. A preview and a summary. So the preview is they're going to talk about the new job, João Pedro, Reece James, coaching staff, new signings, managing players, and leadership style. Tim Hughes from TalkSport, Robert Young from Sporting Life. Oh, there's a lot of them here. Matt Robertson. A lot of them. They're all friendly. That's nice. Let's go see. Let's go to our first press conference. How do I look? I'm going to have my glasses on to read. So. Faith Knights, press officer. Okay, let's kick this off with the first question from Katie Symington, Sky Sports. Is Faith Knight's body language slightly positive? The overall atmosphere is slightly positive? Or is Katie Symington, her body language is slightly positive? I'd say it's probably Katie Symington's body language, since the overall atmosphere is slightly positive. My profile. The longest time at club as a manager, 1 day. All right, let's go here. Katie Symington, Sky Sports. Welcome, first of all, Biff. How do you feel sat here as the new Chelsea head coach? I think the overwhelming emotion is excitement. I can't wait to get started. I don't do that all the questions. I don't wish to discuss this next question. I don't wish to discuss this next question. I don't wish. I think the overwhelming emotion is excitement. I can't wait to get started. Justin Burden, why Chelsea? What was the allure of coming here? You walk into this place and immediately feel how big it is. It's a huge club. Was there anything that gave you reason to think this job might not have been the right one for you? I have no reservations whatsoever. This is where I'm meant to be. The facilities at the club are fantastic. Are you excited about the opportunity to work in such an environment? I'm absolutely delighted with the facilities, but it's no less than I expected. What challenges do you think you'll face as a young head coach? I don't think age is important. The best way to earn respect of the players is by winning games, and I'm confident I can do that. Your playing career was a huge success at this sort of level, but coaching is a new challenge for you. Do you think your experience will aid the transition at all? Playing and managing are two different things, but I know what it takes to get the job done at this level, and I can't wait to start. Having been born in London, you must surely share some sort of connection with the fans despite not being a supporter yourself. Absolutely. I'm from around here, and I know what to expect in terms of mentality and the demands the supporters will make. Are you happy with the squad you've inherited? I need to work with the team to be absolutely sure, but I see no reason why we can't achieve great things with this group of players. Have you been able to talk to the players about your plans for the future? A new head coach means a time for optimism and a fresh start. so there's a real buzz about the group. Do you have a message for the Chelsea fans about what you hope to achieve here? Body language now is encouraged. It sounds like a cliche, but the fans really are a part of this team too. I need them as much as they need us. You talk about the club's potential and where you'd like to take them. As far as I'm concerned, we want to be the best team in the world. That level of ambition should drive everything we do. How hard do you expect to work the players on the training ground? Nobody ever achieved anything without hard work and sacrifice. That's what I expect to see from everyone. Is João Pedro the sort of player you'll look to build around? Any head coach would love to have a player with his quality, and I'm certainly no different. Will Reece James remain your captain? I've only heard good things about Reece. He'll remain my captain for the foreseeable future. Oh. Under 21's coach John Terry has been linked with the head coach's job at Rangers. How do you feel about that? I think it would be a fantastic head coach and an asset to any club. I'd hate to lose him, but at the same time, I would give him my blessing. Do you feel the squad could do with strengthening in any particular position? Yeah, no comment right now. Probably defense, right? Central defender, because we have injuries there. While some managers are famous for a hands-on approach, others maintain a more reserved manner with their players. How do you see your management style? I want every player to know that they can come to me with anything. Oh yeah, well, yeah. I want every player to know they can come to me with anything. Will your priority be doing well in the Premier League? Absolutely. That competition is my main focus. We want to win every game, whatever competition we're playing in. Thank you, everyone. That's all the questions we have for time for today. Head coach. Okay, let's get a summary. No summary? Mark Coyle's been suspended. I thought she said she was going to give me a summary. According to the following news article for your attention, Biff Gimbel felt the full glare of the media spotlight today as he faced a packed press conference to announce his appointment as the new Chelsea head coach. Gimbel fielded a range of questions such as the new João Pedro from Sky Sports News, not even blah, blah, blah. Sky Sports shows the main focus point for the conference with journalist Katie Symington asking, Welcome, first of all, Biff. How do you feel sat here as the new Chelsea head coach? I think the overwhelming emotion is excitement. I can't wait to get started. When does the transfer window end? Should probably look at that, huh? I need to strengthen. I do need to strengthen the central defense because where is Ben Chilwell? Did he leave already? Nope. Oh, come on. Am I not spelling this right? Come on, game. Oh, is it one? It's only one L. Okay. Yeah, he's at Strasbourg already. I wonder if he's on loan. I think it's sold there, did he? Where do I find out what his status is? Hmm. Nine minutes. So I got 9 minutes to the next ad starting, and then I'll be getting up again, taking a little break. And then today, I'll be stopping in about a half an hour today because I got to pick my daughter after school. She's getting off at 1:45 today. So where do I see, you know, where do I see, this is Strasbourg, I don't want them. Where do I see what his, what was this? His price tag, okay. See, that's one of the reasons why I would have wanted to do that start, real world start, because I want to keep Chilwell. He's only a C plus. I think he's better than that. I guess the game doesn't think he's better than that. These icons are great, but it'd be nice if you mouse over them if they told you something. But I really should go into recruitment and say, can you guys find me? Player database, your main resources cover more about players in the football world and one of the most important tools at your disposal. The information available to you depends on a number of factors, including scouting range, staff knowledge, and any affiliates the club are partnering with, and it's the main way for you to find more information on them before considering potential recruitment decisions. Scouting range is the world. 87 players scouted, recommendations. Let's see. I've got a bunch of recruitment focuses. Recruitment budgets determine the flexibility you have to operate in the transfer market. While it's true that more money to spend allows greater maneuverability, working under a tighter budget will challenge you to find creative solutions to squad building problems. You have a tremendous range of options to dig deeper into the player database, find the right player for your finances who can bring real improvement to your squad. So, see up here, we've got transfer budget, wage budget, and scouting budget. You'll have your own plans for the future, and so do the board. The recruitment objectives are there to guide your work towards the club vision, the expectations held by both them and the supporters. Striking the right balance will help you to succeed on and off the pitch. Recruitment options, the board. Sign high reputation players, sign players under the ages of 23. For the first team, transfer room is used by real life clubs to bring the transfer market closer together than ever before. You have a powerful set of options available here to ask other clubs for the exact profile player you'd like to sign, as well as anyone you're looking to sell. Unlock your opportunities in the transfer market and make informed decisions faster than ever. Squad Planner. Squad Planner allows you to plan for the future, integrating potential signings. Alongside those already under contract to let you see how the future might look. Finding a balance between winning now and while developing long-term strategy will go a long way to bringing you the success you want to enjoy. We don't have any positional issues. Chalobah's injured. He'll be coming back, but still, recruitment comes with many challenges, but just as many potential rewards. Using the suite of tools and options available to you and leaning heavily on the knowledge and expertise of your staff will give you the opportunity to find the right players, improve your squad, and increase the chances of bringing success to your job, no matter what club you're managing, what your transfer budget is, might be, or how much flexibility you have to operate in. So it says there's no issues at center back. Where are my recruitment focuses? You're saying that I don't have any recruitment focuses. But it said I had like 14 of them. "16 in progress. Winger, box-to-box midfielder." Well, I mean, if you look at Squad Planner, we have 9 injured. We have, we don't have 9. We have 8, 7, 6, 5. Reece James isn't playing there. Oh. So why, when I did this, did it took Reece James out, but it also, Cucurella's not playing at center back. He's injured. He's Colwell. Fofana will be back soon. But I mean, look what we have. So maybe I need to bring up, what's his name? He's injured until 2 days. So maybe I need to go into and bring up. Maybe I need to bring Josh up. Yeah, we're going to bring you up to the senior squad, dude. Who else have we had? Mamadou Sarr. Wilson. Okay, I guess we're going to bring him up for now. Anybody under 18s? Anybody's name that I recognize? Let's go to recruitment and look at focuses. We have 16 focuses. The lack of being able to mouse over and get additional information is really unfortunate. Yeah, there's not a lot of there's not a lot of tool tips. Oh, ad started. Sorry. I'm just going to sit through because I'm going to be getting off here in a few minutes. So I'm just going to sit through the ads. I did get up once today. Better than nonce. Yeah, there aren't enough tooltips in my opinion. So matched. Okay, he's with Brighton, right? Position. Have they taken into consideration at all? Have they taken into consideration at all that we're like really low on center backs right now? This must be, they want a ball playing center back. Okay. Is that part of our tactic, I guess? I want to be in a positive attitude. Fairly intensive. Let's skip a day. Nelson could miss start of season. Reese Nelson. That's kind of weird how that kind of does a little blinky blinky kind of thing. I don't think I care about any of this. Genesis Antwi. 1.5 stars. Potential 3.5 star potential. Go ahead, Josh. You do all that. Okay. Kind of, yeah, gone. I guess it gives you a minute to click on it if you want to. I'd rather have it give me the choice to click off of it, stay open till I click off of it. Central defender. Okay. 28 years old. Were we going to scout him first? Game? Before we spend 57 to 68 million on him, were we going to scout him? Sure. Would be a good idea. We've expressed interest in him because he's a center back and we're kind of short on center backs. So we've expressed interest in him, but let's scout him. Okay, during the first option deal, placed Chelsea over Chelsea. They've accepted our offer of 4.2 for Abdul Qatari. He's a midfielder. Really? Do we know this guy? Exciting young prospect. 19 years old, not far from first team level. Okay. So scout report. What do they want to do here? They've accepted our offer of 4.2, subject to conditions. The transfer may eventually rise to 8.5. So we're bringing this guy in for us. We need another midfielder. Potentially Premier League standard, 2.5 stars. Doesn't have very good determination. And you want me to accept or reject this? Uh, I don't think I want this guy. I don't think he's that good. C minus. We're going after players that are C minus now. Outlined her match preparation for the upcoming game against Blackburn Rovers after consulting with the analysis team. Feel free to change the focuses as you wish ahead of the session. See, this is going to be up here for a minute. It's going to let me decide if I. It wasn't even letting me do that. Team selection advice. Recruitment introduction. Okay, guys. I think that's going to do it for me. I know it's kind of a short stream today. I'm kind of tired too, actually. Oh, that's a lot to take in again. I feel like some of the mechanics are changing differently, but it's a lot. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for me. Got to get ready to go pick up my daughter. And honestly, I'm just tired. Just tired. Not used to streaming for any real length of time. Thanks, Blessed. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But yeah, I'm just not used to it. I kind of got to build up. Yeah, it'll get good when we get beyond all this stuff. Kind of get into the flow of it. Start playing some games. See, they're not going to take Tyreek George. Makes decisions on loan offers for young players not in the first team squad. And here we go again with my assistant coach telling me who should be playing. No, I want to play my first team game. Okay, let's just go ahead and we're just going to save this. And then we're going to go down here and we're going to go quick game and exit. And that's going to do it for me for today. I'll be back tomorrow around 10 o'clock. This is the plan. And we'll play some more. And we'll try to get through a few more hours of figuring out the new interface and all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and uninstall that because I'm not playing that. Yeah, but anyways, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate everybody for watching, for Blessed, for what was his name? He was in here. I got to scroll up. Maddie the Hammer. Thanks for coming in, and thanks for the compliment on you said you had watched some of my streams, I guess, that were up on YouTube. I enjoyed your last one in FM24 when I popped in from time to time. I really appreciate that, Maddie, so much. And then there were some other people that just stopped in to lurk a little bit, it looks like. Blessed, thank you for coming in. And I will see you guys tomorrow around 10 o'clock Mountain Standard Time here in the U.S. Wherever you are in the wide world, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night, put yourself in a position to be blessed and be blessed. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Where am I? Here I am. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.